Let me pause this music. Let's come to our cross-legged Sukhasana. Get comfortable. Shake out any fidget, any tension, any, shake it out. Any wiggles you may have. And let's start. I don't know why the music is soft on my end. Hopefully you guys can hear it. If not, that's okay too, right? All right. As you're seated here, allow yourself to meet yourself where you're at. Gently taking notice of your surroundings. And when you're ready, allow your eyes to soften to a close. Sit up nice and tall, lengthening up through the spine. Allow your shoulders to relax gently down away from your ears. And begin to notice your breath. The natural rhythm of your breath here. Breathing in and out before we even lengthen or do any stretching of our breath. Just take notice here. What is the quality of your breath? Be still and listen. Breathing in through the nose and out. And start to take notice of the sensations around you. Start to take notice the sensations throughout your body, starting from the top of your head, down to the space between your eyebrows, allowing each breath to study your body, allowing each breath to release and soften your body. Breathing here and taking notice of areas that is holding on to unnecessary tension. It may be along your jawline. So send the breath there and create space, releasing the clenching of your jaw, relaxing your tongue. Imagining the fresh air entering through your nostrils, and now it's traveling down your throat, filling up and lifting your heart with each inhale, creating a little bit more space, allowing your collarbones to widen, allowing that air to travel down along the back of your spine, filling up space there. And then now the air flows around to the side ribs, out to the front, Gently studying and releasing tension as it flows smoothly and freely down to your thighs. Your fingertips resting on your thighs or lap, allowing the fingertips to soften and relax. And then picturing and visualizing that air continuing to travel down to your calves, taking with it any tension that it has experienced as it travels throughout your body and letting it leave with it through your toes. Continue to breathe smoothly in through the nose, filling up your heart, filling up your lungs, lifting the heart, and then slowly exhale, pushing all the air out. On your next inhale, start to lengthen and stretch your breath here. Taking notice again, the lift of your heart. And then pausing at the very top. And then slowly exhaling, letting go. Again, pushing all the air out from the base of your spine, emptying it out. Feeling that rooting down through your sit bones. And then gently, slowly continue inhaling smoothly in through the nose, filling it up and pausing it at the top. Spreading your collarbones wide, lengthening up through the base of your spine, up through the crown of your head. And then exhaling, slow and steady, with control, with at ease, pushing all the air out. Continue to do this on your own, studying the quality of your breath, taking a smooth inhale in and holding at the top. And then exhaling with control, pushing the air out. We use breath to lengthen and to stretch our mind. Similarly to stretching our muscles so that our body can bend and go with the twists and turns that happens in life. By stretching our mind, we are making it strong so that we can also face and be ready to face anything that comes to us. It is a fine balance. Life is about balancing and to strive for that balance, but not necessarily always finding it. Ironically, finding balance is also acknowledging that sometimes it is okay if you don't find it. Continue to breathe smoothly in through the nose and exhale slowly. And so when our mind starts to sense feelings of agitation, of frustration, swirling thoughts, allow yourself to channel compassion, non-judgment, patience, and acknowledge instead where you are at. Take a smooth inhale in through the nose. Smooth exhale out. And when you are able to meet yourself where you're at, that is progress. That is acknowledging yourself, acknowledging the truth. And by acknowledging the truth, you are bringing compassion and love. And when that comes, peace comes. Take another smooth inhale into the nose. Hold it at the top. And slowly exhale out. You can even open your mouth, sigh it out. 2 more times here. Inhale smoothly and slowly. In through your nose. Hold it at the top. And gently open mouth, sigh it out. Soften your shoulders down. One more time. Smooth, slow inhale into the heart. Lifting the heart. Hold it at the top. And then slowly exhale it all out. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Allow your eyes to gently open. And just observe the surrounding as is. And let's go ahead and start our flow. I apologize in advance if my music is going to be a little bit too loud. All right, here we go. All right, everybody, I want you to draw the corners of your mouth up and give me a beautiful Sunday smile. Happy Sunday. Here we go. Let's do our body rolls clockwise here. If you're sitting on blankets or props, go ahead and remove them. So that way you can really feel yourself rooted down to the earth. And then inhale as you move forward, exhale as you shift back. Inhale, heart forward, exhale back. Now today, I guess the theme that I wanted, the intention or the theme that I'm bringing to you today is stretch, right? Oftentimes when we think about stretching or needing to stretch, you know, it can be a little bit like, oh boy, I got to do that. I know I need to do that, but we don't always do it. And when we do, we think about, some of you, I guess, yoga is stretching for you guys, right? And of course, you know, yoga is more than a stretch. But the point being is we practice stretching our breath to create more space in our bodies and also in our minds. So the intention today is, as you're moving and flowing, let's inhale to center, exhale, alternate counterclockwise. Allow yourself to channel, to stop, and stretch your breath. Take deep, full breath in. Check in with the quality of your breath. Check in with the quality of your mind. Let's inhale to center. Spinal flexes here. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, domina spine, chin to chest. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Breathe in and exhale. Allow the energy to start from the base of your spine as you begin to move, using that breath to channel that energy. Draw it out from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head. On your next inhale, let's come to center. Inhale all the way through your nose. Hold it at the very top. And exhale, release. Let's bring our hands to cactus, pointer finger and thumb meet, and we're just gonna do our turns. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Now you can go at your own pace. Again, we're just channeling that energy up from the floor, from the earth, up to the crown of our head. And so this is a practice that this is one of the practices, like these 3 moves is something that I learned from one of my yoga teachers that I recently practiced with, Yvonne Kingsley, and I found it very energizing. So, it's kind of like fun just to go back and forth. It reminds me of being on these playground toys where you spin, but obviously I get dizzy, so I try to go at my own pace. The kids would spin me around and around and I would end up falling off. So inhale to the left, exhale to the right. One more time. Go back to center, hold it here, inhale, full breath in. And then exhale, release, shoulder shrugs up towards the ear and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just continue to stay with your breath here. And if your mind starts to, flow, to travel, to time, to what you're thinking about doing after this or what you were doing before this, it's okay. And so instead of judging it or feeling agitated or frustrated, I want you to instead take a moment to intentionally pause, conscious awareness, take a breath in, and then notice, why are those thoughts coming into your mind in this moment? Go ahead, inhale, shoulders up, hold it at the top. Full breath in, lengthen up through the spine, lift the heart. And then exhale, slowly release. Let's do our neck rolls, clockwise here with control. Taking your time, noticing the breath, and again, allowing that breath to kind of flow through your neck, right? When we get tense, I don't know if you noticed, but for me, when I get tense, the first place that I feel it is along my shoulders and my neck. And that's the beauty, right, of our body and our mind. It's very smart. And so it gives us cues and clues and signals that, hey, you gotta pause, be still, and take notice. Let's inhale, alternate directions, counterclockwise. Again, noticing your breath. Breathe in as you roll your neck down to the chin. You may hear your neck crackling, and that's okay. We're just allowing the air to create space in there. So maybe it's just helping it shift and stretch. Let's inhale back to center. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Reach up, and as you exhale, open twist to the right side, allowing your right hand to land behind you, left hand on your right knee, and then draw your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, lift your heart, hold it here at the top. And as you exhale, gaze forward, draw the arms back up towards the sky. Inhale, full breath. And as you exhale, open twist to the left side, left hand behind you, right hand on the left knee, draw your gaze behind your shoulder. Inhale, lift the heart and hold it here. And as you exhale, look forward and release. Let's inhale the arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, drop your right palm and side dive over to the right side. Side bend here, opening up the side ribs, creating space, stretching physically our body here, literally our body, right? Inhale, bring your arms back to center. And exhale, left arm down, right arm over the left side. And see if you can root your sit bones evenly down to the earth. Breathe here. Try to soften your body with each exhalation. Inhale back to center. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, hinge forward, plant the palms down. Let your forehead touch the floor if it allows it. Otherwise, it's okay to float. Walk your hands further away from your head. Spread those fingers. Make space along in between your fingers. Press the palms down, rooting down as you draw the energy up from the earth. Full breath in. And as you exhale, reach the arms back up towards the sky. And release. Let's come into our cat-cow pose. Go ahead and bring your hands, wrists stacked underneath the shoulders, knees tip width apart. Drop your belly, raise the tailbone, gaze up into a cow pose here. Nice back bend, stretching out the throat, breathe in. And as you exhale, doming that spine, chin to chest. You can even tuck your toes here if that helps. Inhale, back to cow, untucking the toes. Exhale to cat. Go ahead, alternate between cat and cow at your own pace. And again, taking notice of what areas of your body is needing to stretch to create space. So breathe here. On your next inhale, let's come to neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back as we come to our first downward dog of the morning. Walk your dog and alternate drawing one heel down. And then again, while you're walking your dog, allow your hands to root down towards the earth. Keep those arms strong and lengthened. And then draw your hips up and back so that your heart can start to draw closer to your thighs. Let your head hang. And again, take notice here. Full smooth inhale in. And open mouth exhale. Go ahead, walk your dog up towards your hands. Stacking your hips here into a forward fold. If your hamstrings are tight, allow yourself to micro bend the knees and then hug it in here. Heart to chest, let your head hang. Draw your hips back. Feeling that stretch, channeling, sending the breath to the back of your hamstrings. Inhale, bring your hands forward. Let's come into a halfway lift. You can plant your hands on your blocks here. Lengthen that spine once more. Look straight down so your neck and spine is aligned. Full breath in. And as you exhale, hug it in once more. Let your head hang. Maybe try to see if you can touch your nose to the center between your legs. Halfway lift once more. And then exhale, forward fold. This time, plant your left hand down to the center of the mat and then draw your right arm up into a side twist here. Lengthen that right leg, bend more into that left leg. So that way you're opening up the right side, your arm is reaching up towards the side, spread your fingers wide, full breath in. Exhale, touch down with that right palm towards the center in alternate directions. Inhale, reach your left arm up towards the side. Bending into that right leg, lengthening, straighten the left leg up. Draw your gaze up, breathe here. And then exhale, touch down with the left hand to inhale, halfway lift. Full inhale in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, plant the palms and step back into high plank. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, float your right leg behind you. Exhale, step forward. We're going to come into that runner's lunge here. Actually, keep your left leg lifted, left knee lifted, and then draw your heels back. Runner's lunge here. Opening up the left hip flexors. Breathe here. Soften your shoulders. Relax your face. And then inhale, step your right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, back to high plank. Step your left foot between your hands. And then draw the right heel back, keeping the right knee lifted as we stay in runner's lunge here. Breathe here. And then exhale, step back to your high plank and downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. We're going to do this 2 more times. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, high plank. Exhale. Last time, inhale to high plank. Release your knees down, untuck the toes, and we're gonna flow through our chaturanga with the modify with the knees down, lower all the way down. Make sure you move any props that are in your way. Inhale, lengthen your arms up into cobra. Cobra is keeping the knees and thighs kissing the floor. And then exhale, tucking the toes and come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. Release the knees and go ahead, untuck the toes as you lower. And then lift up into cobra, opening up the heart, spread your collarbones wide. Breathe here, soft back bend. And then exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, back to high plank. Now, you have the option, yogi's choice, to drop the knees, or if you want to keep them lifted, shift forward and then slowly draw your elbows back like a tricep push-up. You can hold it there for a second and then lower yourself all the way down, untuck the toes, and then lengthen your arms into cobra. And then again, here you have the option to press down on the top of your feet, lift the knees and thighs into upward facing dog, opening up the heart, spreading your collarbones wide, looking forward, full breath here. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Again, option to release the knees down or keep them lifted, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana here and hold. Full breath in and open mouth side out. Inhale, back to high plank one more time. Yogi's choice, keep the knees lifted or drop them. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, hold it here for 3 full breaths. Checking back in. Where is your body needing to stretch? Where is your mind needing that stretch? Channel the breath. Smooth inhale. And open exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. You can hop or jump up towards your hands or walk up towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, root down and rise up. Lengthen your arms above you. Spread the fingers wide. Full breath here. Root down through your feet evenly. And then exhale, palms together. Down to heart center. Inhale, up. And exhale, open twist to the right side into a T. Draw your gaze behind your right fingertips. And then inhale, back to center. And exhale, open twist to the left. And inhale, back to center. And let's go ahead, swan dive down. 4 fold here. So we're gonna start to flow through our sun salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Hold it here in 4 fold. You can grab opposite elbows and just dangle here, maybe sway side to side. Again, breathe into the back of your leg. Let your head hang, stretching out the back of your neck. Let your shoulders hang. Just let everything melt down towards the earth. Let gravity take hold of you right at this moment. Surrender. On your next inhale, let's come to halfway lift here. Ardha Uttanasana. Shifting slightly more weight on your toes after you're looking over a beautiful cliff. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step back to your high plank, and then go through your chaturanga vinyasa. High to low. Inhale to cobra, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. When you come into downward dog, take 5 full breaths. Again, we're practicing on stretching physically and mentally. So full breath in, full breath out. And last inhale, allow your heels to lift, bend the knees, look forward and travel up towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hug it in. Down and rise up into high mountain. Palms together, down to heart center, mountain pose Tadasana. And then we begin again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. And you can flow through your vinyasa, chaturanga. You can even pause before you lower all the way down, channeling and just giving yourself a new. If you're used to just flowing and you want to add a few challenging aspects to the flow, you can pause, right? Just hold in certain areas along the flow. And once you come back into downward facing dog, hold there for 5 full breaths, 5 cleansing breaths. Imagining you are literally stretching that mind muscle. And then on your last inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward and travel up towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hug it in tight. And then root down and rise up, reach out, high mountain, palms together, down to Tadasana. And we begin again. Go at your own pace. And if you forget, that's okay. Just bring yourself back, pause, be still, and begin again. That's all we can do in life, right? When we get caught up in all the whirlwind of things, we practice intentionally stopping, being still, and then taking notice. And if you notice that you're starting to feel exhausted, agitated, while you're flowing, allow yourself to stop, take a full breath in, and then exhale, begin again. If you're flowing into into downward dog, go ahead and meet me in downward dog. Take a full inhale into the nose and open up, exhale. Inhale, float your right leg up behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through, spin the back foot down. We're gonna open up into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Arms lengthen out to a T, draw your gaze down your right fingertips, your front knee stack over your ankle. Draw the corners of your mouth up and smile, channel that energy up through you. Full breath in, as you exhale, reverse warrior here. Gaze up, beautiful day. Pretend if you're in your house, you can't see the sky. Pretend you're seeing the sky. It's beautiful, blue clouds, white clouds. Inhale, right forearm to right side. Lengthen your left arm over your ear as you come into extended side angle. Full breath here. And then inhale, back to reverse warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands, step back to your high plank, go through your vinyasa. Again, as you lower, you can keep the knees down, lower. Inhale, cobra, upper facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold it here for 3 full breaths. Full breath in, full breath out. And again, try to draw your heart closer to your thigh. Root down through the palms, draw your hips up and back. Breathe here, steady your body. Take a moment to acknowledge your feet touching the earth, your palms rooting down to the earth, where you're at in this moment. Inhale, float your left leg up behind you. Exhale, step through, spin the back foot down, warrior two on this side. Draw your gaze down your left fingertips, full breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, left forearm to left knee, reach your right arm over your right ear, opening up, expanding, stretching to create more space. Allow yourself to stretch. The more you stretch, the more space you create. The more space you create, the more new things you can bring in for yourself to grow. Breathe here. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then go ahead and cartwheel your hands and go through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. High to low. Upward facing dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Let's start to move. Now inhale, float your right leg behind you. Exhale, step through. Warrior two again. Open your arms into a T. Reverse warrior here. Extended side angle, forearm to knee. Left arm over your ear. Reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel your hands and go through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Again, as you lower, you can lower the knees down. Yogi's choice. And when you're back into downward facing dog, allow yourself to float your left leg up. Step through and come into warrior two on the left side. Channel that warrior inside of you. Believe in it. Reverse warrior. Extend the side angle. Reverse warrior. And then cartwheel your hands and go through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Breathe here. High to low. And meet me in downward facing dog. All right, take a smooth inhale, full breath in, everybody. And open mouth, exhale. We're adding on. So you already know the first part. Step your right foot forward. We're gonna come back into that warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse warrior here. Extend the side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm over your left ear. Now hold it here. Start to engage that core. Drawing the navel towards the spine, the belly button towards the spine, engage it, and then slowly extend your bottom arm out. Inhale, come all the way to center, engaging the core. Straighten the front leg, and we're gonna side lunge to the back of the mat, Skandasana. Beautiful, breathe here, draw your right toes up towards the sky, soften your shoulders. You can use the block to support your hands and fingertips if that helps. And then gently rotate to the back of your mat, onto the back of your toes as we come into like a runner's lunge. Planting your right palm down, inhale, reaching your left arm up into dragonfly twist. Draw your right heel back again, continue to open up those hip flexors, making space. Full breath in. And as you exhale, plant the left palm down, sweep your left leg up behind you into three-legged dog. Inhale, step it back through, and then we're gonna come back into our warrior two on this side. Back of the mat. Your left leg is bent. Beautiful. Reverse warrior here. Exhale, extend the side angle, left arm onto the left thigh, right arm over your right ear. Inhale, lengthen that bottom arm up, left arm up. For inhale to center, straighten that front leg, side lunge to the front of the mat. Lengthening that left leg, left toes up towards the sky. Beautiful. Again, you can release your fingertips down if that helps. One more breath in, and as you exhale, rotate, spin onto the back of your toes, plant the left palm, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Draw the left heel back. Breathe here. Now plant the right palm, step your right foot back, flow through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, and we meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale, float your left leg up. Exhale, step through and come into warrior two on the left side. Reverse warrior. Extend the side angle, left forearm, left knee, right arm over your right ear. Again, lengthen, reach. Reaching that core. Slowly bring that bottom arm out. Your top arm. Down as you come to center, and then side lunge. Now I'm facing the other way, to the back of the mat. I got all twisted here. All right, let's go ahead and plant that left palm down, reach your right arm up into dragonfly twist. You're on the back of the mat. Exhale, plant the right palm down, sweep your right leg behind you, three-legged dog. And exhale, step it back through again and spin the back foot down. Warrior two, once more. Beautiful. Reverse warrior. Extend the side angle. Send that bottom arm out. Forward. And then side lunge to the back to the front of your mat. Plant the right palm down. Come into that dragonfly twist. Go ahead. plant your left palm down, step back to high plank, flow through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and we meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. And then let's walk our feet up towards our hands, stacking the hips, fourfold here. Grab opposite elbows again, and just let gravity take hold and sway side to side. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, hug it in. And then root down, rise all the way up. Reach up, lengthen, stretch, whatever you use. And bring the palms together, down to our center. Release. Let's come to the center of our mat here. Step your feet as wider than your hips. Bring your arms down to palms. Bring your palms together to prayer. And then we're just gonna do our side lunges, right? So side lunge, Tandasana to the back of your mat. And again, if you're working on your balance and this is challenging, you can always bring your fingertips down. You can even place them on a block if that helps to elevate, to let the earth rise and meet you where you're at. Breathe here, lift the heart. And then go ahead, Tandasana, side lunge to the front of the mat. Lengthening that left leg out, drawing the toes up towards the sky. And just go back and forth between the front of the mat to the back of the mat. And then see at the same time if you can stay low, right? The lower you are, the challenging it gets. But if that's too much, you can come up and then side lunge down, right? Breathing again, checking back in with your breath. Stretching the mind, stretching the muscles. Creating space. One more time on each side, and I want you to meet me at the front of the mat. And then gently rotate onto the back of your left toe as we come into dragonfly twist. Holding here again, planting the left palm down, your right knee is bent. Your left leg is straight behind you, knees lifted, right arm up towards the sky, reaching up. Full breath here. And as you exhale, touch down with your right hand, release the left knee down, and we're gonna come into the half split. So sink your hips back, lengthen that right foot, drawing the right toes up. And again, if your spine is rounding, bring your blocks next to your right leg. You can shift so that your hips are squared. Breathe here. Flexing that right foot, spreading your toes. One more breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your back toe, replant that front foot, bring yourself to high plank and downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Release the right knee down. And then we're gonna come into that half split again. Breathe here. Drawing your left thigh bone into the socket as you draw your right hip forward. So that kind of keeps the squaring of your hips. Soften your shoulders. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Let's inhale your arms up into a low lunge. So for today, the pose that we're just gonna, that kind of follows with our intention or our theme about stretching is we're gonna work on our splits. So we're gonna start on the left side since we're already on the left side. If you have blocks, bring them next to you or anything that can kind of help elevate the earth to meet your hands, especially if you don't have that space yet to lengthen throughout your hips. So go ahead. You can slowly, if you have space, bring your blocks, frame your left leg, and then see how far you can lengthen that back leg down as you come into your half split. So you can start in half split, right? Half split here. Now, if you want to see how far you can go down, you can just slowly, using the block, planting your hands on the block, right? And again, yoga is not about perfecting the pose, right? It's not about flexibility. It's about practice, stretching your mind, Breathing here. Softening your body, softening your face, unclenching your jaw, acknowledging and meeting yourself where you're at. Lengthen that leg out behind you, squaring your hips. Breathe here. Beautiful. One more breath in. And when you're ready to come out of it, just slowly with control, bring your knees or back knee in. Remove the props and then plant your palms, step back into your high plank and downward dog. And then let's do the right side. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands, release the left knee down. You can come into a low lunge here to stretch out your left hip flexors for a moment. Breathe here. And then everybody, take a moment to draw the corners of your mouth up and smile. Channel that joy inside of you. And channel that fun, right? Have fun along your journey as you stretch your mind and heart. Exhale, plant the palms, and again, sink back into your half split. Now, if you're ready to try to go into that split practice, you can bring, again, if you have blocks, you can bring them next to you on both sides, and then start to lengthen that back leg behind you. Or you can even plant your palms down and see how far you can go. And you may notice one side might feel more flexible than the other, right? It's studying our body, taking notice. And again, trying to strive for balance, but also being compassionate and accepting without any judgment that if you are not in balance, it is okay. One more breath in. And as you exhale, tuck the back toes and gently with control, bring yourself back to that low lunge. And then plant your palms, step back into your high plank and downward dog. Inhale to high plank, drop your knees, bring the big toes together, widen the knees, and sink into child's pose here. Lengthen your arms above you, let your forehead kiss the mat if it allows it. Soften your shoulders down your back, along your spine. Full breath in, full breath out. And then start to take notice. What do you feel? What sensations or effects from the practice are you feeling in this moment? One more breath in. And as you exhale, inhale to tabletop here. Lengthen your legs out and then come onto your stomach. Bring your hands next to your chest, or actually wider than your chest, outside the mat. Come onto your fingertips, and we're just gonna press down, lift our hearts up. Gaze forward. Exhale, sink back down. 2 more times. Inhale, float up. Lift up. And exhale, sink back down. 1 more time. Inhale, float your heart, lift your heart. Lift the corners of your mouth up and smile. And then release and come all the way down. Make a pillow with your forearm, rest your forehead on there, and then just wiggle out your hips from side to side. Inhale to center, bend your right leg, drawing the right heel towards your glutes. If you have space, you can bring your right hand to grab your right ankle, and then draw your hips down towards the earth as you draw your heel closer to your glutes, giving yourself again that quad stretch. Full breath in, full breath out. And as you exhale, go ahead and release. And then let's do the other side, bending your left leg, grabbing your left ankle with your left hand. And then as you draw the left heel closer to your glutes, draw that left hip down. You can even draw the left shoulders up and back, opening up your shoulders at the same time. Breathe here. And exhale, slowly release. And place your forehead on your forearm and just take a moment here. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Now you can do that stretch again on your own, one side at a time, or if you want to come into bow pose, that's an option too. And to do it, grab your right ankle and then go ahead and bend the left leg and grab your left leg here. Now, if this is good, if you're feeling that stretch, draw your shoulders up and back, lengthen your shoulder blades along your spine, hold it here. If you have more space, if you have been practicing this and you've stretched to a point where you have the space to inhale, lift, and take off, go ahead and do so. Pressing your hands against your feet, drawing your shoulder blades together, lifting your heart, gaze forward, breathe here. Full breath in. And try not to splay out those knees. Try to keep them hip width. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more time. Inhale in. Hold it there at the top. And as you exhale, gently with control, release everything. Make a pillow with your forearm and just rest your forehead there. You can wiggle your hips side to side. Breathe here. Check back in with your breath. The quality, what is it needing right now? Fill up your lungs. Let the heart lift slightly away from the earth. And as you exhale, let it kiss and hug the earth as you land and touch down. On your next inhale, you can practice that bow pose again, or if you want to come into locust, lengthen your arms above you. And it's similar to bow where you just float up, but instead of grabbing the ankles, you're just gonna keep your arms and legs lengthened and then float. Your gaze can be down towards the earth so that your neck and spine are aligned. And breathe here as you hold it in locust. Full breath in, full breath out. Allow that air to find that space between ease and effort. Breathe here. One more full breath. And as you exhale, with control, release, make a pillow, and rest your forehead. And sway your hips side to side. Relaxing your shoulder blades down along your back. Away from your ears. Softening your face. And when you're ready, slowly press yourself up back into child's pose. Take your time. And then inhale to tabletop, crossing at the ankles, sit back, lengthen your legs out in front of you, Dandasana here. Mountain pose leg, toes are pointed up, feet flexed, inhale the arms up. Full breath in, and exhale, hinge forward. It's like a seated forward fold here. One more breath in. Then as you exhale, release, come up, bend the knees. We're gonna scoot your glutes towards your heels and hug your knees in, coming all the way down to our backs. Hug it in tight. Rock side to side. And you're welcome to start closing your eyes if this feels good. Full breath in. Full breath out. Just rocking side to side. Let's go ahead and pause in the middle. Smooth inhale in through the nose. Hold it at the top. And as you exhale, gently lengthen your right leg down towards the right corner of the mat. The left leg towards the left corner of the mat. Allow your arm to lengthen alongside you, palm facing up. Slightly tug your shoulder blades under. Lift your head up and place it back down. Take a smooth inhale in, filling up the lungs once more. And open mouth exhale. Letting your body melt into the earth. letting your fingers curl in as we come to the last pose of our practice, Savasana. Taking notice of the areas along your back that's rooted down. Breathing in here. Letting your mind, your body come back to a place of ease. Imagining on your next inhale, seeing the air entering through your nostrils, blowing up between the space between your eyebrows and creating space there, softening it. And then coming back down, softening and creating space along your jaw, releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And then it slowly travels down through your throat, lifting your heart, widening your collarbones, giving it more space in the front and in the back body. Letting the air travel down to your arms, along the fingertips, softening the fingers and letting them curl in naturally. And then as it continues to move down to your torso, to your hips, letting the hips fall naturally to the earth for Mother Nature to hold. And then finally, it travels down your thighs, your calves, and out through your toes, letting your feet fall to the side. Now you're more than welcome to stay here in Savasana, but if you're ready to come out of it, slowly wiggle your toes, your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your arms overhead, give yourself a nice stretch, right? Spread your fingers wide, full breath in, let the air stretch and make space within your body. And as you exhale, bring the knees in, hug it in tightly, embrace and thank yourself. Celebrate this moment. This is self-love, what you're doing here, meeting yourself here. Keeping the eyes closed, go ahead and roll onto fetal position on either side, whichever is most comfortable, and pause in fetal position for a moment. And as you pause here, allow yourself to be still and take notice. The sensations you're feeling, and perhaps bringing in a thought of someone or something you are grateful for in this moment here. And when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, Gently press yourself back up to a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. Be proud with dignity. Allow your hands to rest in your lap or on your knees. Lengthen up through the spine all the way to the crown of your head, keeping the heart lifted. Full breath in, full breath out. Acknowledging your breath. Be still. Take notice. When we stretch our minds, we are also stretching and expanding our horizons of seeing that inner truth within ourselves. That inner truth is your light. That inner truth is love. That inner truth is joy. And when all those are reached, you reach peace. Let's bring our palms together to heart center. Take another breath in here. Breath out. Let's bring your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. And with gratitude, I thank you for sharing this practice with me. Let peace, joy, love thrive inside you always. May you feel it, may you live it, and may you share it with the world. Namaste.